In the depths of space, something is calling. Not once, not twice, but across decades. A voice without a mouth, a pattern without a purpose. And after 20 years of silence, it came back. What does it want? And more importantly, why now? Before we journey into this cosmic mystery, if you're fascinated by the unknown reaches of our universe, do us a favor. Hit that like button. Share this story with someone who looks up at the stars and wonders. And subscribe to BrightBoundX. Because we're just getting started on a voyage through the greatest enigmas the cosmos has to offer now. Let's begin. The year was 1977. Humanity was listening. Giant radio telescopes swept the heavens, searching for something, anything, that didn't belong to the random chaos of the universe. We had sent our own messages outward. The Voyager probes carried golden records. SETI pointed its ears toward distant suns. We were children calling into a dark forest, hoping someone, somewhere, would call back. And then, on August 15th, at 11:16 p.m., someone did. The Big E radio telescope in Ohio detected it. A signal so strong, so precise, so utterly anomalous that the astronomer on duty, Jerry Emmon, circled it on the printout and wrote one word in red pen. Wow. The one signal. 72 seconds of narrowband radio emission at 1420 MHz. The exact frequency hydrogen atoms sing at across the cosmos. This wasn't static. This wasn't a satellite. This wasn't interference. It was 30 times stronger than the background noise. It rose, it peaked, it fell, and then it vanished. Emmon tried to find it again. Every night for weeks, the telescope pointed at the same patch of sky near the constellation Sagittarius. Nothing. The signal never returned. For 20 years, it remained the greatest twist in the history of radio astronomy. A cosmic knock on the door that was never repeated. Until it was. Fast forward to 1997. Technology has evolved. Our telescopes are sharper, our computers faster, our understanding of the universe deeper. And yet, we are now closer to understanding what we heard that August night decades prior. The wall signal has become legend. Textbooks mention it. Documentaries dramatize it. Skeptics dismiss it. Believers cling to it. But the silence continues. Then, something extraordinary happens. Not that big year, which had been dismantled years earlier, a victim of budget cuts and suburban expansion. But at other facilities, different telescopes, different teams, independent observations, reports begin to trickle in. Signals detected at similar frequencies. Brief, intense, unexplained. Most are dismissed. Most are attributed to satellites, terrestrial interference, instrumental glitches. But a few, a precious few, match the profile. They share the signature, and astronomers begin to whisper a question they dare not ask too loudly. What if it came back? What if whatever sent that signal in 1977 is still out there? Still transmitting? Still trying to reach us? The scientific community is divided. Some see patterns, others see wishful thinking. But the data is undeniable. Something is happening in that region of space. Something intermittent. Something that refuses to fit neatly into our models of cosmic radio sources. To understand the significance, we must understand the signal itself. Radio waves are everywhere in space. Stars emit them. Pulsars blast them. Quasars scream them across billions of light years. But natural sources have signatures. They're broadband, spread across many frequencies. They're continuous or rhythmic. They follow physical laws we understand. The wall signal did none of these things. It was narrowband, incredibly focused, like a laser compared to a light bulb. It was transient, here and gone. No pulsar behaves this way. No non-stellar phenomenon matches. And that frequency, 1420 MHz. This is the hydrogen line, the most abundant element in the universe. By international agreement, this frequency is protected. No Earth-based transmitters are allowed here. It's a quiet zone. a place we've set aside to listen. Some call it the cosmic waterhole, where civilizations might gather to communicate. If you wanted to send a message that any technologically advanced species would notice, you would use this frequency. It's the universe's universal channel. The cosmic seed be radio, and something used it, whether by coincidence or design. Something transmitted on the one frequency we would definitely be monitoring. The probability of this being random is staggeringly small, which leads to an uncomfortable conclusion. Either we witnessed an impossibly rare natural event, or we received a deliberate transmission. The return signals, if that's what they are, present no puzzle. They're not identical to the original. They're weaker, more sporadic. Some last only seconds. Others persist for minutes. They appear at different times, different dates. No pattern emerges. No message can be decoded. It's as if we're hearing echoes of a conversation we can't quite make out, or fragments of a beacon that's degrading over time. Some researchers propose natural explanations. Perhaps it's a magnetar, a type of neutron star with magnetic fields so intense they warp space itself. These objects can emit radio bursts, but they don't fit the profile perfectly. Others suggest exoplanets with powerful magnetospheres, like Jupiter, but much larger, interacting with their parent stars. Possible, but unlikely to produce such narrowband emissions. Then there are the exotic theories: wormholes, cosmic strings, quantum fluctuations in spacetime itself. Physics we barely understand generating signals we can't explain. Each hypothesis has its champions, each has its flaws, and while scientists debate, the signals continue. Irregular, unpredictable, maddeningly elusive. They appear just often enough to keep hope alive, just rare enough to prevent definitive study. It's as if the cosmos is playing a game with us, showing us something extraordinary, then hiding it again before we can understand. Consider the implications if this is a message. A civilization capable of transmitting signals across interstellar distances would be far more advanced than us. They would have survived the dangers that threaten all young species. Nuclear war, climate collapse, artificial intelligence gone rogue. They would have endured and thrived. What would they want to tell us? A warning? A greeting? Instructions? Or perhaps nothing so direct. Perhaps it's simply a beacon, a lighthouse announcing their existence to anyone who might be listening. Here we are. We survived. You were not alone. The signal's return after 20 years could be significant. Maybe their transmissions are cyclical, sent at intervals based on their planet's orbit or their technology's capabilities. Or maybe they've detected something. Our own radio leakage has been spreading outward at the speed of light since we invented radio. Our television broadcasts, our radar systems, our telecommunications, all of it bleeds into space. A sphere of human noise expanding year by year. If someone is listening, they know we're here. And maybe, just maybe, the wow signal was their way of saying they received our message. And its return is a reminder. We're still listening. Are you? The philosophical weight of this possibility is crushing. We are a species that has spent its entire existence wondering if we're alone. Wars have been fought over less important questions. Religions have been founded on smaller mysteries. And here we are, potentially on the cusp of the answer. But there's a darker interpretation, one that keeps some scientists awake at night. What if the signal is a warning? What if an advanced civilization is trying to tell us something critical? Stay quiet. Don't broadcast. There are dangers in the cosmos we don't understand. This is the dark forest theory. The idea that the universe is filled with civilizations, but they all remain silent. They hide, because to reveal yourself is to invite destruction. Perhaps the wow signal was a mistake, an accidental leak from a species trying to stay hidden. And its return is not a message to us, but rather internal communication we're accidentally intercepting. Or worse, what if it's a probe, a von Neumann machine, self-replicating and exploring the galaxy, sending data back to creators who may no longer exist? It detected our solar system, it sent a ping, and now it's returning. coming closer. The signal growing stronger, not because it's trying to reach us, but because it's approaching. These scenarios sound like science fiction, but they're taken seriously by researchers. The Fermi paradox asks, if the universe is so vast, so old, so filled with potential for life, where is everyone? The silence is deafening, and the wild signal might be the one crack in that silence, the one piece of evidence that we're not alone. Or it might be something else entirely, something we lack the framework to even comprehend. We are apes looking at a quantum computer, barely able to recognize it as technology, let alone understand its purpose. So we continue to listen. More telescopes come online, more sophisticated, more sensitive. Projects like Breakthrough Listen dedicate serious resources to finding signals like the well. The Square Kilometer Array, when completed, will be the most powerful radio telescope ever built. If the signal returns again, we will be ready. We will capture it in exquisite detail. We will analyze it from every angle. And maybe, finally, we will understand. But until that day, we are left with questions. The signal that appeared for 72 seconds in 1977 and changed everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe. The whisper from the void that said maybe, just maybe, we're not alone. And its return 20 years later, reminding us that the greatest mysteries don't always give up their secrets easily. Some questions take generations to answer. Some may never be answered at all. But we keep listening. We keep searching. Because the alternative, closing our ears and pretending we didn't hear anything, is unthinkable. The cosmos called out, and we are children who cannot help but answer. So we point our instruments skyward. We wait, we wonder, and we hope that the next time the signal returns, we'll be ready. Ready to decode its message. Ready to understand its purpose. Ready to take the next step in humanity's greatest journey. The journey from isolation to contact. From wondering to knowing, from alone to accompanied. The mysterious signal return after 20 years. Will it return again? And when it does, what will it tell us about the universe we thought we knew?